And good evening. Welcome to the Gary Brodsky Show with your host, Gary Brodsky. And yeah, okay, wow, look how many people popped on. And good evening again. All right, of course, no music, people complain. But we're going to talk about the end of men tonight. And it's happening everywhere. The colleges, 80% women. All the jobs, 70 to 80% women. The real tragedy is this. In 50 years from now, we'll have half the population. Remember years ago they had those commercials, about birth control? Not anymore. Because no one is really having that much sex anymore. Yeah, men are becoming, to some articles I've read, obsolete. That's not good. I mean, it's gone to the point where people like their technology more than they like other people. And you can't do business deals, you can't do dating, you can't do really much with just texting. I mean, yeah, this show we do with texting, that's okay. Everything else is not good. It has its purpose, it has its place, but I've noticed that people who I used to be able to speak to are now texting me day and night, and I can't type a conversation. If I had to, I can, but reality is that's where we have drifted. And it's not a masculine thing to do. I'm just trying to think of how funny it would be if we went back and redid some of the classic music and classic movies with texting. But that's where we are at today. And I don't know if I'm even getting emails today or texts, so maybe I probably put it in my mouth a little too soon. But Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL.com, I think. Yeah. But odds are, if you have a kid, 15 or under, he is going to be a house husband. That is the new trend. That is where things are at. I've got tons of paperwork here to support that. I do my research and then I come and report to you guys. And I've noticed, why am I in a dating business on how to meet girls? No guy really wants to. Look around, look at your friends, look at your family, look at acquaintances. Do they have girlfriends? Are they dating? Are they having the passion and the love for a woman? No. They're playing with gadgets, toys, grown men. Give them a toy. Shut up, okay? You want a cookie? Shut up. It's gotten that bad. It really has, and it's only going to get worse. And if you're waiting, anybody is waiting for the government to tell you things are normal again, well, that's not going to happen. What should happen is you have to go out there and you have to meet women. It's not a question of whether you want to, whether you have to. You have to go on dates, good dates, bad dates. You got to. You got to bring a life back to the country that was once called America. You got to bring men back into the position of being men again. Taking care of yourself, taking care of situations, talking to people. Try that one. Hey, how you doing? Good afternoon. Hey, how are you? Pleasure to speak to you. No one even knows how to talk anymore. I know I do a lot of phone consultations, and I can tell you, half of you guys, because you do not know how to speak, you're not going to get women. Just not going to get women. If you can't speak English and you were born here, you cannot get women. It's just bizarre what has happened. The dumbing down of America, I'm going to get into that in depth here, was basically aimed and leveled at men and worked. I mean, the looks of some of these guys' faces, are like beyond belief. And I'm just checking to see if this thing is working here. I sent an email to myself. Whoa, lots of questions. Hey, Max. Hey, thank you for those great posts, too. How does the mind work? Well, that's an easy question to answer. In most cases, it doesn't work. But the mind is a very frightening thing because, um, when I was a kid, just bringing a quick point, every kid had these. This is the little one I had for years, it's all rusted up and everything. But they were considered cool to have, good to have. We brought them to school. Teachers played with them too. No big deal. Now, oh my God, you have that. So the mind changes with the programming that's put into it. That's why it's very dangerous to allow yourself to be programmed. That's why I like the Bible. It doesn't change. It's a dead document, meaning it's not going to be edited. God's not going to cut that back. New rules are here. No, because it is the moral compass. Otherwise, feminism good, feminism bad. They change it. They make you believe it. The mind is a computer beyond any computer that will ever be built, and can easily be changed to agree or disagree. And the best thing about the mind is don't let people influence you. Anybody who's ever had a dream, there's somebody there to piss on it. I swear to God, that's a fact. And that's becoming more and more prevalent, the way people just have this obsession of being right. You tell people, hey, I have a stack of gold I just found. It's not worth anything. It's fake. They just want to put you down. And eventually, that's why I have braintrainpower.com. You hear it enough, you will believe it. And a lot of the damage comes also from so many other areas, but that's on the audios. Men being obsolete. Good evening, Chris. How are you? There's an overwhelming evidence of men becoming obsolete, and it's fucking disturbing. This must end now. It is fucking disturbing. In fact, it drives me crazy. I'm up to all hours of the night doing research on this. It's all by planning. All by, as Max said before, the mind. They've told you you're obsolete. 1 out of 10 men doesn't want to even live anymore because they feel they have no value. And that's why, I say again, I'm bringing up the Bible again, unless it gets me in trouble. Everyone has value. Everyone. And it's just so sad that people have no value. There's always value. I'll give you a day of value. Making $1 million? No, it's good, it's fun, but that's not really value. A day of going out, smiling at people, saying hello, making people happy, that's value. You got value no matter who you are. You can make somebody have a better day. There, you have value now. You're not obsolete. But, when you sit there and play video games all day and watch sports, which is known to destroy your brain. I have never seen so many guys watching sports. They don't look at the girls in the gym. I go to a couple of gyms. I'm not a gym nut. I like to, meet people there. And it's easy because all the guys are watching sports. The women do not. And they will actually get upset, and I've seen guys crying because their team lost, and that's the world we're in now. We have got to pull out ourselves and other people from this. GR, how are you? Hey, Gary. Hey, GR. Thanks for doing the show. Gary, this is not the end of men. It's only the beginning. All right. The wheat is being separated from the chaff. A society was smitten and covered and corrected by the Lord before we reach that point. I hope so, GR. I hope you are right. Because, when I was younger, which was not that long ago, there was kids that want to be a fireman, they want to be a policeman, they want to do this. Now, they don't want to do anything. No ambition, and that's really sad. And I am sorry I have no music to play during my soda breaks, but I must have me soda. If I could do this IV, I would. Now, we're going to check some more questions, and smoking, how you doing? Hey, Gary, missed your show last week. Hope you're doing well. Doing great, thank you. We just got a foot of snow here in the Midwest, And when I went out to just do a little, when I went out just a little while ago to shovel the driveway, there are three young guys in their mid-20s with one shovel standing around complaining about digging out their little car that had been plowed to the side of the road, street. I'm talking about taking breaks and those who turn to shovel and how they'll never get their car out and wish they had another shovel. So I walk over with my shovel and dug them out entirely in 2 fucking minutes, like a boss. Plowed through that shit like it was nothing. I didn't ask if they needed help. I just did it. Someone's got to show these young pups how to be a man and take charge and lead by example. The best part was how awkward it was for an older guy like me showing up three of them, complaining like a wuss wastes so much energy that it can be better spent just doing it and getting it done. That was great. That was great. That is the world today in a nutshell, Smoking. Thank you so much. It's tragedy, isn't it? It's very bright in here, but I can't do shit about that. I'm gonna let it be dark. No, you see it everywhere. Guys have no ambition. I mean, some guy called me up and said, I want to be, do you have affiliates program? I said, what do you have in mind? He goes, I don't know. He goes, can you make a lot of motherfuckers in this business? That's what he said. And he was white. I'm being honest. I said, I don't think I want to do business with this guy. He's just writing out a contract. And the motherfuckers, guys have lost the ability of speaking, communicating, being passionate, being alive. What they call the NPR voice. And I'll get to the voices in a minute. I got a good one on that. But let's get a few more questions first. I don't know why I'm going so fast tonight. Oh, because there's a lot of questions. That's why. Jason, the king. Gary Jason here. Men have truly lost all passion and drive for fun, excitement, love, passion, sex, and drive for life. He is on the money. But you can get it all back at GaryBrodsky.com and thecoldforce.com, the two best websites there are. Thanks, Jason. And thank you, Jason. He's right. He's right. The other guys who call themselves dating experts, they don't know shit. Hear their voice. Now we're going to get into the voice. I got to get rid of this one. Okay? Oh, this is going to be great. Hold on. You hear it everywhere. That voice like this. You hear from politicians that, today's legislation would pass, and you hear it, especially for the dating guys, it's like, on my audio program, you'll know how to be alpha. Yeah, not sound like you. Now, what's funny is, if you watch old movies or any entertainment years ago, guys never had that voice. In fact, the first guy, they had to pay him a lot to do the voice, and he had to force it. The voice was Jerry Lewis. Because that's how most guys sound today. Now, if you remember when you first saw Jerry Lewis, you said, what an asshole. I have to like Jerry. He's done really puts his heart into that whole telethon, and that's personal to me why I really feel about that. But he was, a comedian that did that voice, and that voice is considered to be so annoying. But as a kid, we found it funny. Now the whole world has that voice. It's not so funny. All right, Max is back. Hey, great to see you. My question is, how does the mind work? Thank you. You're watching an old video. Okay. Well, that happens. Oh, we got a lot of people tonight. I didn't advertise the show. I know, so reverse advertising with me. This is how, again, how political correctness works. 10 years ago, I got call after call after call. Hi, would you like to advertise with us? We have an ad program that, your stuff would be perfect for. Now I call, hi, I'd like to play some advertising. Here's my website. Oh my God, that's politically incorrect. That's horrible. How could you do it? People's minds have been brainwashed. They did a damn good job. I see it everywhere. people have changed. And I am so tired of this one. You know, my girlfriend says, which is fine, because we don't have good insight. But my girlfriend says I can't be your friend anymore because she doesn't like your website. So I cannot be your friend anymore. But I've known you for 10 years. Yeah, but I know her for 2 weeks. That is how spineless men have become. And it's just all the time. You know, I get a call from a guy that I'm doing any type of thing from, business-wise, from his girlfriend or his wife interfering. I really, sometimes I lose respect. I really feel bad for them. Because I know their life is going to suck. And that's just, take it for what it's worth. James on zombies. This is good. I love this whole zombie stuff because we have a world of zombies. I take my kids out to see Night of the Living Dead. I don't take them to the theater. I take them out to, to the mall. Like, here you go. Sit around for a half hour. We watch the movie. We'll leave. Well, from James. Hi, Gary. Hey, James. This afternoon I was having lunch. You're not the only one, okay? Just kidding. At some friend's house. While we were waiting for lunch to be ready, I looked around the room, and 5 out of 6 people in the room were either staring at a laptop or smartphone. I was the only guy in the room not staring at some piece of shit electronics. Bunch of zombies, sad to see. That's why, I have so many audio programs, because you have to fight through a wall now to get to women. But that wall is easy to break with knowledge. And guys don't have the skills today. Let's be realistic. Guys don't have all the skills. And that's the sad tragedy. Now, I know I put my stuff on sale to anybody watching, and a lot of guys haven't taken advantage of it because it's gotten to the point where, yeah, I know the economy is bad. It's bad for me too. Believe me, I'm affected. And other guys are selling their stuff higher prices. I'm selling their stuff at lower prices, much lower. I can't do this forever, so please take advantage as soon as possible. You may have missed some of the greatest programs out there. But those guys with those like $15,000 weekends to go to some 20-year-old who maybe got laid once or maybe a hand job, I don't know, who talks, a little Pinocchio, and they pay $15,000. I know guys who went to these things, and it's like, well, I got $10 audio program from you that now I'm getting women. I don't know why I spent $15,000. Well, that's an old trick, and I've heard this from a lot of marketing people. They're probably right. If I raise my prices like $200 an audio program, I'd probably sell them. But I don't do that. Because like you guys, I can't take seeing this shit anymore. I just can't take it. I just like, pull it out of my head or whatever. It just sucks. Because the real victims are women. Women are the real victims. They don't know it yet. Well, some of them do. A lot of them do, actually. But they realize, oh, I got a great job. I can pay a good rent. I have a really nice apartment. Then it takes a little while, it hits them. No one knows I'm alive. No one dates me. No one talks to me. But I got that attitude. I got that bitch-ass corporate attitude. I got the corporate job. I have a closet full of suits, power suits. I have a super phone. I have an expense account. I have a parking spot. But you're unloved. And that's the people we gotta get. That's who we gotta get to. Because men start thinking they have, again, no value. And everybody has value. Hey, Lonnie, Happy New Year to you, too. It's special. These are all, every oil is and pheromone is specially made. And now we have them all back in stock. So there's no wait. By the end of the week or month, I don't know. But we have them all back in stock. Thank God I got an email today. They will be here tomorrow. It's not easy to get because it's specially made. They're not off-the-shelf products. I know people have gotten really pissed waiting a bit. We are fully stocked right now on all the MK products. Right on the opening page at GaryBrodsky.com or seduction items at GaryBrodsky.com. This is going to be good, Chris. Thanks. I don't know how I did this, but somehow I stumbled on some websites for the jerk-off dating gurus. They all use that NPR voice. They all have weird terminology that's incorporated into the quote, end quote, seduction community. Oh yeah, you know what they call themselves? The most feared community in the planet. I just can't help it. Yeah. Words like neg or kino. Why these fucks can't use these jerk-offs, these real words, and what kind of women get their fucking panties wet with the NPR voice? Name one. You got me, I can't. I will, while I'm wound up, 1776 will commence again. Oh, you're absolutely right, Chris. Those guys all have that NPR voice, and now they have a new thing. I'll try to demonstrate. This is how it goes. If you are easily offended and do not want to get women, if you're easily offended and something, and getting women is not for you, please turn this off right now, because this is off maybe only up for the next 10 minutes. And they saw a guy just starts drawing pictures. This is a woman. They're very good, good artist though. And I've watched those things, and like I'm sitting there, and like a half hour later, 2 hours later, the thing's still going on now. Now, how much do you pay for this? $500? Well, now it's only $165. And with that, you get this other book, How to Be a Strikeout Artist, How to Be a Fucking Jerk Off. But I've sat through those. Oh, I'm losing interest in sex. I'm losing testosterone. Or am I getting older? How can I bring it back up? DHEA. Read all about it. We got the best stuff. I'm just saying, read all about DHEA. It is a real, I'm going to take some right now. The stuff that we have is pure. That means it's pharmaceutical grade. It's powerful. And yeah, it'll pump your testosterone back up. A lot of this now, you see a lot of these ads all over the place, especially at Facebook. New testosterone, this and that. A lot of it is lost by action or inaction. Guys not standing up for themselves, guys getting bullied around. And I'm talking about in the schoolyard, I'm talking about in the game of life. Guys getting too upset because a girl didn't call them back. It all adds up. Stress is the biggest destroyer. And I can't tell you how to deal with stress. But I would say if there's going to be a stressful situation, give the other guy or person stress. It really is. And that will knock your testosterone. I take these every day. And my muscles are still getting bigger. Pretty soon, hey, this is not panning here. I can talk in Morse code. Because I take DHEA and I know how to work out. And those things help. Doing man stuff helps. It does. Because testosterone levels now in men, age 18, I gotta fix this fucking thing sticking out. Now I feel like a person. Age 18 or less is lower than it has ever been in recorded history. Just mention that. GI has a quick question. That doesn't look too quick to me. Gary, what kind of a man lets a woman tell him what to do? Most of them. Next question. To me, that contradicts the definition of a man. True. On the bright side, Gary, women with all the jobs now makes being a gigolo. Hey, you got it. An amazing financial opportunity and Korea, so many more clients. I'll tell you something interesting. Women today, yeah, they still fool around sexually, but there's one thing they don't do. They don't make out anymore. They can't stand the closeness. Only a real alpha guy can get them to break down those barriers. So, otherwise, there is no closeness. You may as well, look at Happy Days. They were way more alpha, even Potsy and Ralph Mouth, than most guys today. They were out to get girls. Maybe had some bad maneuvers, but they were out for girls every episode. My next webinar is probably tomorrow, and the answer to the other question is yes. Okay. Now, I don't think women actually really want to carry the, I hate to use this word, the load, but men have just lost their ambition, their desire, their insanity. I mean, when we were teenagers, I mentioned this before, people liked it. We were just crazy to build a go-kart, to build something, not level 35 on some game. I don't know the names of games. I don't know the names of any new TV shows. I don't watch them. There's a CIA agent, a field operative, which is a very high up rank, who has a YouTube out there who says, to save yourself and still be a man, throw out your television set. So the messages coming over TV always show the same thing. The guy is a complete loser, cannot make up his mind, cannot make a decision, but then the woman comes in to save the day. Jason, yes. Okay. Derek, how are you? Good evening. Do you believe any of the ancient myths are true, like the god Zeus and some alien entity, or what? Atlantis existed. Do you know about this? Thank you. I know so much about this, I don't even want to start. And I didn't learn from YouTube. I learned from the guys who actually knew this stuff. And I should have a webinar on that. So much of my life and research went into that. But I'll just give you a little bit, and I've said this before, but what the heck. If you look at the Bible, which is basically the history of the world, whether you believe in God or not, it doesn't say God created man in his own image. Not one page in the Bible says that. It said, and the gods said, let us make Adam in our likeness, and did place him in the Garden of Eden. Now, who are the gods? Well, I have that webinar coming up. And who, when I say, let us, who's us? So, a lot of it about being humans, being bred to be a slave race, that's not hard to believe. But what are the odds that all the people in power today can trace their roots back to ancient Samaria? Not by accident. And again, I asked this question last week. Nobody responded. Does anybody know what the red carpet means? Hey, one of the famous Davids. Any New Year's resolutions? Yeah, I'm going to keep smoking and drinking soda. I keep doing this until I wake somebody up somewhere who says, hey, let me help you. We need more people out there talking about this. We need guys to go out there and strike out. I don't care, with every girl in the world. At least you're living. Really, it's just gotten, I recently downloaded the Attract Women audio. How many times should I listen to it to make it work? Thanks. It works. Actually, the funny thing about the brain train, let me just tell you how that started. If you listen to any of the Wednesday shows, the radio shows, Scott is occasionally on there. And at one time, Scott was having trouble getting women. That's how we met. We started the consultation. I said, if you hear something over and over again, or if you say to yourself, like, you can't get women, you're not going to get women. So I said, how about if I did an endless loop tape for you? He goes, well, can I give some advice on what to put on? I said, sure. And he said, and you can hear this on some of the older radio shows, every woman I meet wants to have crazy, sick, perverted sex with me. And I said, and your subconscious mind accepts it, and so it is. He listened to it a few times, and guess what? It got to a point where if he was in the elevator, that girl wanted to have sex with him because he was radiating out what he heard in. You hear enough, you become it. He became it. He calls you up one day, he goes, I had to take some clients out to a baseball game. I went to go get something, and these two girls said, why don't you come back to our place? And left them stranded there. I said, do you want me to make you a tape that would help you to lose that? No. And to this day, every girl he meets, and I've seen the pictures, they're really hot. Some of them are pretty famous too, want to have crazy sex with him. Now, it's been known by politicians, by the Romans, that if you repeat something enough, or you hear it enough, you're going to become it, you're going to react to it, you're going to do it. Best example, rock and roll music. You're walking down the street, you're driving your car, all of a sudden you're hearing a rock song you haven't heard in years. Like I had Sugar from the Archies, Sugar, Sugar, that song. It went off my head while I was shoveling snow. Like, where the hell did that go? Because it's running in the back programs of your mind. And I just want to take a brief second out and tell you what's coming up. Because I thought it was out there. I researched every occult site, I have had this information for years. Every YouTube on the occult about sacred writing. And I figured it's had to be out there. Not one place. There is a way to do sacred writing that will be so powerful. And because no one knows how to do it. Yes, writing with the blue pen and the white paper does work. But this is taking it to a whole other level. And I have done it and seen some results that are downright frightening. So look out for that webinar because I've got all my notes. You can't see the stack here that I've had for years. And it's really, it's all with backmasking and everything else, and how backmasking, why, if you want to watch, just look up backmasking, you won't believe what's coming out of people's mouths about Satan and stuff like that when you play it backwards. And there's a reason for that, and we have science has not figured it out. I haven't had the answer sitting right here. So it's going to be one hell of a great webinar. So if you want to know about it and you're not signed up, just sign up to GaryBrodsky.com, and with that, you get a free audio. Pretty good, huh? I'm waiting for the red carpet answer. Sorry, too many questions. Have a nice night. Just kidding. Dave, how are you? Alex Jones. Okay. Dave, let me know if you're going to be up around 2 a.m. today. And we'll definitely have a conference then. Just hit me back here. All right, Chris. Steven is on vacation, so I'll know when he comes back. But I'm sure he will. Hey Gary, I took advantage of your 4 DVD sale mainly for the occult video, but really enjoyed the others, especially the workout video which I've begun implementing myself. Thanks for practically giving this stuff away with crazy sales because everyone needs this info. I have a question about the Ogun pot. Does the dirt have to be from the... The Ogun pot doesn't need dirt. That's an Nganga. Ogun does not need dirt. Hey Gary, Happy New Year. Joe, Happy New Year to you. First time watching your show in a long time. I haven't watched your show in a long time. My buddy Chris watches your show every week. Ever since I've listened to your audio tapes, it has forever changed the way I view the world and women. I no longer watch these stupid TV shows you're talking about or playing video games. Lots of my friends do this, so I have to find new friends in New Year and dump the rest of my losers from my life. Peace. Joe, thanks a lot. That meant a lot. Thank you. Peace to you too. I remember, and I see this a lot because I know a lot of fathers of teenage kids. I'm at that age already. And I gotta say this, the kids aren't dating. The kids have no interest in dating. The kids are the most petulant, nasty, uncourteous people on the planet. And they all think they're super geniuses because they can work computers. Communication skills and seduction skills are what wins. And seduction works in business and everywhere else. And that's why we have wealthpluspower.com, because you may as well know how everything works, because for lack of knowledge you shall perish. And we are perishing. And excuse me while I get some soda. Can't play music, somebody will complain. Because that's what guys do today. They're telling each other, he did this, he did that. That's what I learned very young. Keep your mouth shut. I told that to Stephen Horn. He was ministering something, and I told him one of the commandments should be keep that mouth shut. And he thought it was a good one. And I have a lot out on my audios, especially make attraction, break attraction, how to talk to women. Guys usually lose the girl, not because they didn't say enough, but because they said too much. Now, who did I learn that from? Myself? I make this shit up? No. Hugh Hefner. That's right. I knew him, met him, sat down and said, okay, what is the trick? And I took every note down he had to say. And I actually saw him on the street in a costume. I said, oh, well, we're going to have a talk here. Okay, this thing is still checking. Please explain to me the power behind stones, metals, and talismans. Okay, my stuff does not come from anything satanic, but I can tell you where you can get the best explanation possible. Read the Song of Solomon. He built an empire on talismans and seals. I can go into more detail, but I got to watch what I say on these shows. They've been pulling him down. Do we have curses? Okay, I got to get into that, okay? I'm glad you asked that question because that brings up a very interesting topic. Does most of the population have curse or evil spells on us from the elites, and how to get rid of them? Okay, all the stuff that knocks it out is on occultforce.com. But let me tell you about curses. Do you remember this from the Bible? Bless those who curse you. Now, a lot of cursing in the Bible. Cursing doesn't mean a guy called you a dick or an asshole. Curses were, and people always do and still have the ability to throw a curse on you. That's why I have it in a shoe. Because it takes the hit. It's like having a shield. The talismans take a shield. Quartz takes the hit. The elites know this, and that's why they're almost impossible to get. They arm themselves to the teeth. They lie, they cheat, they steal, and they're on TV smiling. Everybody loves them. Why? Because that negativity doesn't come back to them. They can block any curse, even their self-imposed curses. And I feel balance of power is critical. So when they say those who curse you, they don't mean those who called you a dick or a moron. That's not a curse. Curses are very easy to do. And that's on the 3 CD set for sale at GaryBrodsky.com. All right. 2 it is. Smoking. Hey Gary, I meant the Nganga, not the Ogun. Does it matter if the dirt from the bank is from the inside or the outside? No, does not matter. I asked that same question when I put one together. Derek has a really good question here. But my phone keeps moving. Hold on. Okay. Was Marilyn Monroe a hostess and spirit entity? Anna Nicole Smith seems similar to Marilyn Monroe, and now Lindsay Lohan is like Marilyn Monroe type. What do you know about this? Too much to talk about on the air. Too much to talk about on the air. And the answer is yes. I mean, look at Bob Dylan. He comes out and admits, okay, I sold my soul to the devil. And, you know, he can't get out of it. So, if you sell your soul to the devil, you'll get what you want. And I don't care if you live to be 90. It's a lot less struggle than eternity. But yeah, I mean, spirits go into people all the time. The idea is to get the good spirits into you, not the bad ones, because the bad ones will give you money. I can hook it up to you. I'll hook you right up with the bad spirits. The good ones get you money too. It depends on, it's like, depends on if you want to get it from a loan shark or from a friendly, relative. But yeah, you get the bad spirits, they'll get anything you need. But they leave out happiness. They leave out joy. But you'll get all the stuff you want and you'll still be miserable. You look at wealthy people, look at their faces. Miserable people. Not all of them, but the ones who did those deals with powers unseen and still not believed by people today, although they know. Rebelling against the assholes who complain about you. Hey Gary, if you weren't scrutinized for playing songs during your soda breaks, I had this idea. One song that would really piss off the assholes who complain to you. So, Smoking in the Boys' Room. Oh, I remember that when that came out. Now Smoking in the Boys' Room, I think they execute you. Here's a private question. That would be a great experiment, private question asker. That would be a great experiment. I may try myself. So, anybody know what the red carpet means? While I take a soda break, think about that. Also go to GaryBrodsky.com and order some stuff. Because I need the money. Bo Johnson, all right. You never know when he'll pop up. Bo Johnson. I felt like Johnny Carson. Bo Johnson. Speaking of communication skills, anybody notice nobody makes eye contact anymore? That's a big one, and I have noticed that, and thanks for bringing it up. Nobody makes eye contact anymore. In fact, Bo has done a lot of really good work, and I got to get him back doing some stuff with myself, and Yeah, I know there's a lot of Bo Johnson fans out there. He doesn't believe it, but he knows his shit. I mean, I don't know how, but he's brilliant. Gary, I have been writing in blue pen and how I've been getting the contract 7 times a day for some time now. I haven't yet. What am I doing wrong? Okay, I have some questions for you. Are you writing it in script? Because every sacred document on the planet, from the old biblical texts to the Constitution to the all memorandums, the Bill of Rights, you name it, is all written in script and cursive. So if you're printing it, it's not going to work. It has got to be written in cursive. Okay, waiting for an update. And I'm waiting, yeah. So anybody going to be coming to that workout video? It'll probably be tomorrow night. Just mentioning that. Can frankincense help you? Yes, I've been burning some back there. Just puts you in a good mood. Do you have any testimonials from the S1000? Yes, a lot of them. I just don't put them in the ads. I don't know why. But this stuff is scientific. It's saying, do you have any? Well, to me, it's scientific because I know how it works. Any testimonies that gravity works. If it doesn't work, flush it down the toilet. And you get a refund. I know Bo, if you're out there, he's given stuff to some of his friends, and he's amazed how it works. So, Bo, if you want to hit up with some comments on that, I'd appreciate it. And, well, it's still updating. I'm really sorry I have no music to play. It really takes a lot away from the show, but again, we are losing our men have become thrown to the side, and women are the biggest victims, not men. Really. What if they're in the gym all day? They keep trying, maybe if I look a little bit better, and this is what your opportunity is, somebody will talk to me. It's not looks, it's the heart. Okay? A forgotten organ. I don't know where I could put my soda. So I got the big boy tonight. You want the big one? I got the big one. Dick jokes. I was going to do a whole show on that. Next week, unless something happens that's more newsworthy, I'm just going to do dick jokes all night. That was a standard for years. Dick jokes will go back 4,000 years. Do black candles work with both waxing and waning moons? Yes, but there's a trick. If you want to get things away from you during the waning moon, it works during both. It's not witchcraft, it'll work during both. Usually, on a love candle, for example, on a waxing moon, it's like, I want this girl. On a waning moon, you put it in slightly different words, like, all obstacles are removed from me having this girl. So you're pushing away the obstacles. The other one you're going to direct. The other one you're going to deflect. But even so, it's still going to hit. It may not hit with 1,000 tons, it'll hit with 500 tons. It's still going to hit. I've done some, bad candles on people. I didn't know what the hell the moon was, but on the next day it was very unpleasant for them. Jason's got the answer. I should have guessed. The red carpet is a symbol of the blood drinkers. Give me another word. Yeah, basically the elite blood drinkers. And that is the bloodlines. He's got it. Look up human sacrifice on Google. People are still doing that. GR, I will send you an email explaining it tomorrow. Right now my AOL is not working. It only works on the phone. And if I type on this, you'll be getting it 6 weeks. Comes with phones. AOL is having problems. Please stand by. That's what we've become. It's just so stupid. Because you go to pay a bill. Please say your account number. 372. Then somebody honks their horn. Like, sorry. I sometimes have to go pay the $7 to speak to the live rep. And the sad part is I used to be able to get blown for $7. Things have changed. Okay. This is making the phone get questions. It works. It does work. Derek, how are you? Very nice to see you. What does the eye on a dollar bill mean? This is a satanic symbol, or Illuminati, or both? Both. Why do they make the point that they see everything with that eye? I don't understand the point of it. The all-seeing eye. It was originally the all-seeing eye of Horus, which is where we get the word hours from. Of course, according to the Egyptians, Horus, the god of the sun, took 12 steps across the sky. Each 12 steps were an hour. The word hour comes from Horus. Then it became the eye of Ra, Amun-Ra, and he saw everything. And the elites feel that they are descendants of Amun-Ra, and they might just be that. But you got to remember, the Egyptians did not last. All those societies that built themselves with all the symbols and Illuminati stuff, they don't last. Oh, don't worry. I am going to practice and write out every dick joke I know. I'll have fun with the YouTube team. Oh, I just got a little buzz here. Can you talk about invocations, how to use them? Yes. Any invocation is good, and that's on the audio program, how to use invocations. But a quick little brief description. Any invocation done without emotion is worthless. And here's why. For those of you who are old enough, if you remember when Kennedy was shot, you're never going to forget that day. Or when the World Trade Center went down, you won't forget that day. When somebody close to you died, you won't forget that day. When something really great happened to you, you won't forget that day. You know why? Because the emotions were high. If you could get the emotions going and put them in your invocations, and I suggest getting it, it's on sale now at GaryBrodsky.com, telling you exactly how to do it. It cannot and will not fail. I know we're kind of short of passion and stuff like that. You throw passion into your invocations, it's going to make a difference. I have to demonstrate jumping around the room, I will. And Bo Johnson is back. Of course, he doesn't just answer with one word. Gary's formula is work. I gave one to a couple of my friends, and women wouldn't leave them alone. One of them had to sneak out of this girl's house while she was in the shower because all she wanted to do is ride him constantly. I hear this all the time. It's really funny. But I know a doctor who said I can't meet women. This stuff is bullshit. It can't work. I said, you make a lot of money. Buy a bottle. Someone intended you $2.50 price. He goes, I'm going to try it. He goes, I don't know why I'm even going to try this stuff. We have them in stock, MK17 Plus. They're all pluses now. So I call him up later, right to the voicemail. Next day he calls me up. He goes, what a wild night I had. And we were doing consultations, and he's been having a wild night ever since. And this is a guy who had a 1-year dry spell. So can we do a consultation tonight? Got 3 girls coming over. Can't talk to you. You ain't going to run out of stuff, are you? No. I'm buying 14 bottles, which he did. He bought 14 bottles in one shot. That's how good it works. And he had somebody working for him that was a very high position, and he was afraid of getting sued and firing her. He used the MK66. So, maybe you're not happy here. Why don't you resign and look for another job? She goes, okay. I just did it. He said it was like really scary. It was like he had hypnotic powers. Not scary to me. I know how this stuff works. But if you're going to make an investment, get an investment in yourself. This is the most questions I ever got. It actually is more than the amount of people it shows that I'm showing. Okay, thank you, GR. Why do women freak out so bad about lying? They always say they don't want a guy that lies to them. Why do they have a deep fear of being with a guy that lies? Who knows? Who cares? Because women will accuse you of lying no matter what you say. And here's something that women do that can really drive a guy crazy. They all do this. They all. And I mean, from any country, I don't care where you go, you find people that live in the cave that have never seen society. The women are going to say this. They're going to accuse you of having an emotion that you don't have at the moment. Like, you're unhappy, right? No. Yes, you are. And women do women's things, and that's what makes them so lovable. Guys find it intimidating and scary today, and I find it charming and fascinating. So really, how you process it makes the biggest difference in the world. Look at that magic, huh? Gary, you need to demonstrate your invocation with jumping around. I may have to. All right, Smoking Halo, you're right on the money here. I asked about light bulbs and electronics blowing out since doing rituals, and you said it was a good thing. Yes. Can you elaborate on that? Is there anything that can be done to shield yourself from these effects? Because it kind of sucks having to constantly replace them, especially electronics. Well, yeah, you can move where you're doing it from, but the fact that electronics are blowing out is only because of this. You're releasing energy, and for some reason you're releasing a lot of energy, and it's going to overload electronics. You're doing And everything you maybe ask for, you're going to get. Because if it's blowing the lights out, you're doing it right. And I've seen guys do it, and all of a sudden cars outside would start without somebody turning the key on the engine. This stuff is people's true potential. So you're doing it so well, I wouldn't worry about light bulbs. You got to buy these new ones now, but just updating again. All right. GaryBrodsky.com, occultforce.com, wealthpluspower.com, I'll take a soda break.com. Okay, here's a question. I have been dating a girl for a year. Shave that one. Sometimes I want to go to a strip club or massage parlor. Should I tell my girlfriend I went to those places or just lie to her about it so she feels not hurt? I gotta tell you this. Don't tell her. Every man has a secret. And the more secrets, the better the man. Don't tell her. It's only going to be like handing her a knife figuratively to stab and twist you with. Hey, why don't you come to bed? Why don't you go to the strip club? You don't need that. You don't have to be accountable to women. Very important lesson right there. Should guys tell a girl if they cheat on her? No! No! Why would a guy tell a girl he cheated on her? Hey, how you doing, honey? Good. Hey, I cheated on you. It doesn't work out right. It never will. You'll never be forgiven. You live 200 million years, you're still going to hear it. And you cheated on me. Yeah, I know. And if she questions, deny, deny, deny. I mean, every guy had a woman on the side years ago. On the side. Now most guys don't have an original woman, so they can't go on the side. I never told their wives sort of knew but didn't want to know. They don't want to know. Keep your cheating to yourself. Did the first batch of MK17 Plus have MK17 in it? Oh, yeah. Just Plus, we found the additional stuff to make it even stronger. It's gotten to the point of insane. Some guy in the gym bought it, and there were only 2 girls in the gym that night, and one of them was blowing him in the parking lot. Okay, I can't even have an elegant way to put that. She never asked his name, what he did, who he was. And that's how well it worked. He goes, oh, just put some on to work out. Next thing, where is he? Supposed to spot me. He's in the car like this. That's how effective it is. Hey, it's returnable. Now on the audios, knowledge is the greatest thing, because the girl comes over and talks to you, and you start becoming that doesn't work. But guaranteed the audios will work for you. They're on sale now, and if they don't, we will send you the knife to cut it off with. I don't know. Nice butt. Nice to the picture. Girls watch the show too. Okay, I'm taking a soda break. Now, GaryBrodsky.com. Go, bye. Now, time just flies, doesn't it? Hey, Ryan, how are you? Good evening. Hi, Gary. I used to venture into watching sports, video games, and porn. What do you recommend I do to replace these activities? Okay, think about this. All those hours that you spend doing all those other activities, you can spend starting a business, hitting on women, building yourself up, doing something for yourself, reading a book, anything but that. That is made to kill your mind. The Romans do what they call it bread and circuses. And I forgot the one of the senators said, that's how Romans get all their wealth. We give them entertainment, and entertainment means, anybody know what the word entertainment means? Well, I'll save from texting. Yeah, it means being detained until something else can enter your mind. See, that's why the cigarette writing ritual, a seminar or webinar is going to be $100 because I have gone through thousands of pages. The English language is corrupt in itself, and that may explain why some of the cigarette writing doesn't work as well. Although it does work, but this will supercharge it. And I have a lot of notes to write, and I have to hire a typist because if I had to type it, I'd be on page 1 right now, and I started 2 months ago. And I read it, and it all comes off of notes and prompts. That's this show is just shot off the hip. But I read this stuff constantly. That's why I'm hard to get by on the phone, because if I plug the phone in, it's ringing, which is a good sign. But I have to get this work done. Oh, more questions, eh? Hi, Gary. What kind of dancing should I learn to get women's attention? Anything but breakdancing. You want to get women? Ryan, you just opened up the floodgates for a lot of guys. Go to ballroom dancing. Take a class. And if you dance great, you'll get women. And if you dance like shit, you'll get women. Because women always want to help a guy or fix a guy. So either way, you got them covered. There's no confident guy. So if you're a good dancer or a bad dancer, you can't lose. Anybody who's ever taken that advice has won. Hi. That's good. Oh. There's a big space there. Hi. Why is a good thing if you got a woman mad at you? Something to do with her emotions. And, yeah, if you have a woman mad at you, that means she likes you and has feelings for you. That means you can redirect those emotions. You can't stop. When they're mad at you, you can't do shit. But let it run its course and take accountability. This is a good way to stop a really serious fight from happening. You did this, you did that, you did this. Now, this is going to be on the How to Speak webinar. Just one piece. You see, yeah? You're right. I was wrong. What do most people say? I am wrong. Or I'm wrong. That means you haven't changed your point of view. And you're sticking by it. But you say, I was wrong. It's perceived completely different. That's like the most minor thing that's going to be on the How to Speak webinar. Love to. If you can call me tomorrow night, we can really get to work on that. How's that sound? Because I got somebody I have to talk to too. I haven't eaten today. I forgot to eat. But the workout video is going to be announced tomorrow. You want to have this kind of muscles? I've done it. And I've watched every YouTube video and read every article, and they don't know shit. And I see these guys who did the articles. Ah, David, thank you so much. You have a great new year too, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Nice picture, thank you. It's funny. All good people. So back to what I was saying. I forgot who shoveled the snow. I think it was, no, it wasn't GR. Maybe it was. But that's the kind of stuff. Confidence. Work on that. Instead of watching sports, work on confidence. You don't think politicians practice confidence? They do. Rock stars practice it. Anybody who succeeds in anything has one common ingredient. Confidence. What looks odd to men, confidence is to women, and that will never, ever change. Now, when you think about that, think about how you can almost conquer the world with confidence. Okay, this is the last and final round for questions. Oh, there are a lot of people watching. Gary Brodsky, 123@AOL.com. If you can't reach me, that's how. And I'll have your question within a jiffy. No, it's still updating. So yeah, you're going to be alive anyway. You may as well live confidently. If you're confident, odds on you getting mugged are less, and odds on you getting women are a lot more. Odds on you getting victimized are less, and odds on you winning go up tremendously. This thing's still updating. It means I have to drink more soda. It says updating now, drink more soda. What the fuck? Aha, no music. Can't complain tonight. Ah, okay. That was a staple hitting my foot. That didn't feel great. My lighter fell with it too. That didn't feel great either. But what the heck? I have another lighter here. It's like one of those everything drawers. When does this credit card expire? 10 minutes. Didn't even know I had these. Alright, I'm going to have to go to the floor to get my lighter. Get the questions in now. Gary Brodsky 123@AOL.com, and hit the Gary Brodsky page. I need some higher ratings on it. I'm getting good now. Just hit the page. Don't buy anything. Just look around, shop around. And tomorrow, look for an email on the Yes How to Build Muscle course, so you can look like this every day of your life. And can you imagine, without, guys don't smoke, you don't drink soda. I eat garbage. I mean, I will go like to drive-throughs like that. That's like, that's one area I'll compromise on dates. I want to say to a date, hey, come on, hit the drive-through. It's like my midnight sneaks. Skank or good girl? I got to light a cigarette for this. I know it's going to be good. Yeah! Smoke in the eyes. Okay. Gary, all right. What signs do you look for to tell if a girl is a skank or a quality girl? Doesn't matter. Because I believe every girl is a quality girl. I seriously do. There's got to be, and it's something that every guy has to do now, is find a girl, find something you like about her. Because guys will, and this is a big problem. Well, she's a little this, I don't like that. She's got a little bit of a stomach. They will find a way not to like a girl. So if you have any doubts, fine, she's a skank. What the heck? She's fun. In fact, skanks can be a lot of fun. I will hang out with the skank just because they're funny. So it should make no difference. A woman is always a woman. You know. Beginning of next week, project question asker. Okay, wow, we're getting to the deadline here. Okay, anything from, yeah, I keep saying 9. It's raining questions. God bless you, Lonnie. Thank you. You too. Have a great New Year, GR. And thank you. And Happy New Year to you, Jason. All Happy New Year's all at one time. All right, I guess that pretty much sums up the show. Too many Happy New Year's. Everybody's taking off. Must be something going on I don't know about. Wait, there's more people popping on. So, okay. Don't forget, GaryBrodsky.com, occultforce.com. Sign up for newsletters. WealthPlusPower.com. And as soon as the cigarette is done, I have to go and no nasty people here. What is this shit? See, what's really weird is people not calling the radio show, which is on Wednesday, and will be happening this Wednesday. I say I have all my teeth now. If you look at the old video, my teeth are fucked up. The all new ones. Because you only get 2 sets. This is my 5th. The other 3. And if my dentist is watching, you're a great guy. We're friends. What a great guy. If you live in Connecticut and you need a recommendation, this guy is the best. Nothing he has ever done is hurt. And he doesn't make stories and, well, that needs, one dentist told me, your mouth is so bad we can't do anything. He goes, I don't think you can fix anything. And he did. See, to me, that's talent. I just don't know why you don't have like one large tooth on top or on the bottom, but okay, I guess that's it. I'm just going to have this cigarette out with you guys. 2 a.m. I got to call somebody who's watching this show. They even got me for imitating The Godfather. So next week, dick jokes, everything. Get ready for that workout audio webinar. That is coming tomorrow. Nick, how are you? Gary, do you have any quick time management tips? Yes, 1. On your schedule, not theirs. That is the biggest tip. Otherwise, you can become a robot. Life on your terms. Everybody who's ever made it, life on their terms, not the other person's terms. That's time management. You dictate. This is for the alpha guys. I'm glad you asked the question. Okay, as we are running down, and this is running down, and my soda's still here. Don't miss the sale on audios, GaryBrodsky.com, because a lot of them have never been heard. A lot of stuff is going to come down. New Year, They will be up only for a short time. And let's see what else is happening in the world. You too, great New Year, and thank you for watching. I guess that pretty much closes us out here. Okay, this is not the end of men. As I said, this is the beginning. We're going to all alpha up, go out and do alpha stuff. And that includes women, passion, love, romance, real dating. Not who's going to pay with it. We're going to take her out in style like it was supposed to be. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to help our neighbors. And that's my final comment. Thank you all. Have a great evening. And on that note, check out the websites. Thank you so much. And good night.